Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great weekend. This video will show you what you need to do on Tuesday, May 19th. I'm going to send you the video a little bit earlier on Monday, but you don't have to do it until Tuesday. So please go to Activity 1, Lesson 5. So first, you're going to do a practice listening, because remember that your first listening assessment will be on Thursday, May 21st. So you want to do more practice. First, learn the vocabulary for this listening practice. As always, you can listen.
A refugee.
Okay, and then click to take a look at the definition, go through all the vocabulary, and when you're done, return to lesson 5. Next, you're going to do a Sanico Connect pronunciation practice exercise. Click on the link. When you get here, click joining for the first time, and then type your name. If somebody took your name, or if it says that someone has the same name, type in your full name so I can identify you. Click continue and then join session. Allow while visiting this site, and then hello, and then you can enter. And then open it up.
A refugee.
Or we can change it to female.
A refugee.
A refugee. And again, you don't need to get 5 stars, but you do need to record it. So some students click submit and they didn't do any recording. You shouldn't do that because I can see that you didn't do it. So don't click submit unless you have recorded it. So when I take a look at it, I can see the people who have done the recording. I'll show you how. For example, if I take a look at Lynn's recording, I can click on it and then I can listen to all the recordings. But some students click submit, but they didn't actually record. So for example, if I click on some other student, sometimes when I take a look, there is no recording, right? So make sure that you actually did the exercise before you click submit.
We used to live in a refugee camp in Thailand.
We used to live in a refugee camp in Thailand. Again, the point of this exercise is just to practice speaking, practice your pronunciation. When you have recorded all of the sentences, then click submit. Again, don't click submit until you have done the exercise because I can see who actually did it. Once you're done, click the back button. When you return to lesson 5, you can click mark as done. So some students click marked as done, but they didn't actually record anything. Please don't do that because I can see whether or not you did it. So I don't check this part. I check whether you did the exercise or not. Next, you want to do the listening practice. So this is an immigration story. Click attempt quiz, start attempt, and then read the questions. Listen to the recording.
I live in a beautiful small town.
So listen to the recording, answer the questions, click next page, listen again, check the words or phrases that you hear. You have to check 6 of them. Now for the real assessment, if you check more than 6, I will take off take off 1 mark for any additional selections that you made. Okay, so make sure you don't do that. And then for this one, you're going to put it in the right order, click next page, and then answer the questions, click finish attempt, and then submit all, and then submit all again. And then you can see the correct answers and check the correct answers, and then click finish review. Because this is a practice exercise, you may reattempt the quiz. So I mean, you can do it again. This will turn green and then you can go back to lesson 5. Then you can review the transcript. So this is the transcript here, and then you can download the recording if you want. Next, I want you to listen to your feedback. So I finished giving feedback to all of the students who recorded their video on May or before May 16th. If you did it after May 16th, I'll have to watch it a little bit later. So generally speaking, most students did a good job, but I do want more natural speaking. So some students were a little bit unnatural because they prepared too much and it sounded like it was memorization. So I would encourage you to try to listen to students who spoke more naturally, so you can listen to other people's feedback. So some people spoke very naturally. I want you to speak more naturally because it sounds like writing rather than reading when you prepare too much. If you prepare, make sure that you adjust your speaking. So don't focus on only the sentences that you prepared. Make sure you add spontaneous details. So for example, if we click on Kissanet, then you can scroll down and you can see a link here. If you click on the link, you can listen to the feedback. And then you can go back to lesson 5. Once you have listened to your feedback, you can click Mark as done. Next, there's a video, and this is an example of an anecdote. So watch the video. Student A try to start their own anecdote. So in in this video, I show you how to tell an anecdote from beginning to end. So I talk about how to start the anecdote, and then I use time words, and I use paraphrasing to develop my anecdote. So this is one example. Then click the back button to return to lesson 5. Next, there's another example, and this is handout 4-2, pronunciation strategies. If you want, you can download the answers here. So this is another example of how to start an anecdote, how to add discourse markers, and how to use thought groups. When you're done, click the back button. So all of these videos will help you prepare for the for the speaking assessment. Next, I want you to review how to use thought groups. So this is a great video about how to pause more naturally. Then I want you to choose one sentence and I want you to record it and then upload it to Moodle. So record a video of yourself saying the sentence, but try to use thought groups. And remember to focus on intonation as well as your nonverbal communication skills. Then return to lesson 5. And then there is an optional listening. So this is extra listening because this listening is a little bit harder. But if you want to get extra listening, I really encourage you to do this if you have time. So again, learn the vocabulary first, and then go back to lesson 5. And then you're going to do the listening practice. So this is a little bit harder, but it's a good chance to practice. So you're going to start with the first page. Watch the video.
Seeing people play, I just really wanted to get into this.
So if you see live captions, turn it off because you want to practice listening and not speaking. So play the video and then answer the questions. And then listen to the question and then answer the questions, and then click finish attempt, and then submit all and finish. And then you can review your answers, and then go back to lesson 5, and then you can take a look at the transcript here, and there's a link to the video as well. And that's it for activity 1 lesson 5. Try to make sure you finish the work, because on Wednesday I'm going to go over the instructions for the speaking assessment, and don't forget that on Thursday you can do your listening assessment. Thanks for watching.